Hey, this is Joyce Buford of JoyceBufordEmpowers.com, also creator of Uncover Your Hidden Genius program, author of Effortless Happiness, and the host of Second Wind with Joyce podcast, which is a weekly podcast. This is recording number 1 of a 10-part series on setting goals. What do you really want? That's a big question. What do you really want? This is an important question that you need to answer when it comes to setting your goals. Now, back in the 1990s, the pop group the Spice Girls had a hit that started, and for your grace, I will not sing, but I will say what the words are, that said, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. What do you really, really want? Sometimes it's difficult to know, and sometimes it's not what you think it is at all. Sometimes people have very confused ideas about what they really want. A good way to find out what you really want is to employ what's known as the 5 whys technique. Now, what is the 5 whys technique? Basically, it's a technique that's very simple to do. It simply involves asking yourself why you want something 5 times in a row. Now, let's say you want to be a famous author. Why? Because you want to create something you can be proud of. Why? Because you want to leave some kind of lasting mark in the world. Why? Because you respect and admire creative individuals who have done the same in the past. Why? Because they can make a living by using only their writing skills and their imagination. Why does that appeal? Because you love to be creative and to be acknowledged for that creativity. Okay. So now we're getting somewhere. It's not necessarily becoming a famous author that appeals so much as being creative and being acknowledged for that creativity. Now that opens up a world of possibilities, doesn't it? You could be a blogger, or an article writer, or a screenwriter, or a magazine writer. You know, the list just goes on and on. This now gives you a number of options you can pursue and still satisfy your needs to be creative and earn a living through writing. You can now set up goals that will be easily achieved. Becoming the top blogger in a niche, for example, or an in-demand screenwriter. Once you've achieved one goal, you can move things up a gear and go on to achieve greater goals, like being a authority in your niche, whom people seek out for information or entertainment, or an Oscar-winning screenwriter who commands sky-high fees and gets his or her name at the beginning of the movie rather than at the end. These are all things that you might want later, and you might make your life very happy with these things. But they're not necessarily things that you might have realized you wanted when creating the very first time what in your life you want. What do you want your life to be? Till next time, have a great week.